Dana Plato was one of many teen stars whose lives ended in a very tragic way. We remember the young TV star of the 70s and 80s. Plato was already in front of the TV cameras at a very young age. From the age of 7, she shot countless commercials. She made her real acting debut when she was 11, appearing in an episode of the series The $6 Million Man. She then landed regular roles in TV and film. Among others, she played the Little Wendy in Beyond the Bermuda Triangle in the same year. She played Jane Fonda and Alan Alba's movie daughter Jenny in California Suite in the late 70s, and got her most famous role during the same period. In the sitcom Different Strokes, Plato played the teenager Kimberly for about 8 years. She was the only biological daughter of the rich widower Philip Drummond. Kimberly made Plato an international TV star, but the early fame also had its dark sides. The young actress admitted to having used cannabis and cocaine as well as alcohol. At 18, according to her co-star Conrad Bain, she became pregnant intentionally, which, however, damaged the reputation of the series. It was the beginning of the end of Kimberly. The producers let the character slowly disappear from the series. At 19, Plato gave birth to her son, Tyler, and married her boyfriend, rock musician Lanny Lambert. Other major roles were offered to the young mother. However, they failed to materialize. What followed was probably the most difficult time of her life. Her biggest problem in the late 80s was alcoholism. According to the Los Angeles Times, she told a reporter about that time. 3 years of non-stop drinking. I didn't care for drugs much. I just wanted my alcohol. I would have crashed and burned no matter what. At that time, she had to deal with the death of her adoptive parents, who both died within 2 weeks of each other. Her biological mother was only 16 years old when Plato was born, and had therefore given her up for adoption. The death of her adoptive parents came at the same time as marital problems. She separated from the father of her son and lost custody in the divorce. One of the reasons was that the teen star no longer had a steady job, and had lost her saved money to a fraudulent accountant. In desperation, she robbed a Las Vegas video store in the early 90s. Plato was sentenced to probation, of which she ultimately spent 30 days in jail for being caught with drugs. The actress kept her head above water with odd jobs, such as cleaning, and things were not going well with her private life either. After another engagement and a month-long marriage to another man, she finally got engaged to her manager, Robert Menchaca. The latter's mother visited the couple on Mother's Day 1999, where Plato took various medications because she was unwell, she reportedly said. But there were too many. Her organs failed in her sleep, and she died at the age of only 34. While doctors initially believed the overdose was accidental, her death was later ruled as a suicide based on her history with drugs. What is particularly tragic is that 11 years later, in May 2010, her son also committed suicide at the age of 25.